Waldron 3D workshop. As you can see, I skipped the first video. I was just in the creative flow and didn't want to stop that flow, so I'm sorry, but nevertheless we find ourselves roughly in the middle of the creative process for this eagle sculpture, and I want to use this time to kind of address some of the questions that I've received over the years regarding how I choose the pieces I choose within each sculpture and how I attach those pieces. So to begin, basically I do not use a armature structure in which to attach each piece to. I actually just start with a single piece. For instance, this piece that actually flows back into the head, and from there I just attach one piece at a time, and eventually they make up their own solid structure, which is really nice. Let's see, and as I'm filtering through and trying out different pieces, I am not forcing or breaking pieces off to conform to some vision that I have. I actually release control of the vision and trust that God has a better vision for what He's leading me in to create. So I just discover along the way what it's going to be, and I trust that I don't need to force and break pieces off to make them fit, because I trust that He's already provided all the pieces and will provide the pieces I need in order to create whatever it is He's leading me to create. So as I'm filtering through and trying different pieces, I'm seeing how, one, they fit within relationship to the neighboring pieces, but also in relationship to the whole composition of the sculpture as it looks so far. And so to do that, to hold them on temporarily, I actually use some wire you can see here, and it's 22 gauge galvanized steel wire. I find that works really well, and basically I lash one piece, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces, I don't know, depending, in a certain area, and that affords me the ability to step back and get distance and kind of get a good perspective on things, because these pieces are so large that I can't tell what's going on from close up. So now I'm hands-free. I go back into the back of my studio and get some good perspective, see if I need to tweak some things as far as positioning or just replace the piece for another piece. And once I find, I go through that process and find the one that I like, then I go to attach it. I use specifically wood decking screws to attach each piece, as a lot of times many of them, and because this wood is high desert forest wood, so it's very dry, I have to pre-drill and countersink every screw, and I do that from the back sides so as to conceal, hopefully as best I can, each screw, to keep that whole nice natural organic look to the sculpture without any screws catching your eye too much. And yeah, I think that's basically sums up some of the questions I've received. I'll address other questions in the future, and yeah, so I'm excited, hopefully by the next video, to share the completed eagle sculpture, and we'll see you then.